And good evening, everybody. We're here tonight in the Magic Monza's ARCA series for the HP Consulting 100 from Atlanta Motor Speedway, brought to you by Flexible Freight Solutions. Should be a great race here tonight here at Atlanta. Atlanta always provides for some really good racing, good side by side racing. As we've kind of watched a little bit of practice here, we're watching some guys take some different lines through the corners. We've seen that high line work a little bit here at Atlanta. So I think we're in for a good race here tonight, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely. Atlanta's a track where you better be racing the track and not so much the other competitors, because if you don't take care of your right rear here at Atlanta, you are going to be in trouble very, very quickly. So hopefully these guys are prepared and understand what's going to happen, and we get some good long runs here and have a great race tonight.
Yeah, and of course, everybody that watches NASCAR and all that stuff has seen Atlanta right now is going undergoing a big facelift. They're tearing up that old track surface right now and kind of reconfiguring the track. So as we race some of these races here in iRacing on the old configuration, it's going to be cool to see, but I think it's going to be even more cool to see when the new configuration comes out with the new racing surface. But these ARCA cars are going to get out here and have a good race here tonight. And again, excited to see it happen. Always some great racing in Atlanta. One of the tracks that I really enjoy going to.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun track to drive. And like I said, you've really got to race the track more than you race the other people in the field. It's kind of like old Rockingham, you
Hmm.
know, bigger than Rockingham, obviously, faster than Rockingham,
Yeah.
but it really tire wear is such an issue that if you take care of your stuff, whether you're really the fastest guy in the field or not, if you take care of those tires, you're going to find your way to the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Here is Now we look at the tonight's starting lineup. Jonah Colbert from the JC Motorsports entry and that number 31 car with a lap of 31.137 takes the pole here tonight. Starting to his outside is going to be the 79 car of Josh Lockowitz from Dark Horse Motorsports. Starting third, Jake Ellingson. Again, glad to see him back on the track in the number 27. He is a Goat Locker Racing affiliated driver, and you're going to see that number 27 Goat Locker Racing entry. So great starting position for him here tonight. Starting to his outside in fourth position is going to be William Griffith in the number 12 from Reaper Racing. Starting fifth is going to be Josh Thompson in the number 3. Starting sixth is going to be the 85 of Justin Hendry from Sega Keith Motorsports. Starting seventh is going to be the 13 car of Garrett Kinder from Reaper Racing. Starting eighth is going to be the 75 car of Chuck Feltz. Starting ninth is Mickey Isaac in that 01. Starting to his outside in 10th is going to be Jesse Necula in that 84. Starting in 11th position is going to be Aaron Adcock in that number 23. To his outside, Andrew Kurtz, the number 8. Starting in. I have got this all kinds of confused right now. But we're going
13th.
to. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate you. It is jumping around on here a little bit here for some reason. So we will try to jump it back up to where it's actually supposed to be. And I'm not sure what's jumping like that. But we're going to go in 13th, even though the field can't quite see it. It's Kai Shepard in the number 43. Starting in 14th is going to be Charles Stevens Jr., Jamie.
Starting 15th, and number 6 of Tyler Rice is outside. Starting 16th, number 72 of Alan Warnecki. And I got to say, that paint scheme Alan's got on that car, he's using that number to the back like they did in the All-Star race last year. I didn't really care for it, but on this car, that really works well. So I like it. Kind of looks like old IROC. Starting 17th, number 426 of Todd Schott. Starting 18th, number 71 of Eric Burkhalter. Starting 19th, number 19 of Matt Clayman. Starting 20th, number 48, Jason Lottridge. Starting 21st, number 99, Brandon Wallace. Starting 22nd, number 44, Phil Hitman Monzo. Starting 23rd, number 55, Charlie Gates. Starting 24th, number 1, Ryan Pendleton. Starting 25th, number 77, Magic Mike Uribe. Starting 26th, number 2 of Matt Geis. Starting 27th, number 10 of Davy Jones. 28th, it's 68 of Stephen McDonald. 29th, 07 of Richard Yeoman. And rounding out the field tonight, and 30th is the 111 of Gene Watkinson.
And the green flag is out, and we are underway. And Jonah Colbert gets a great start here. He's going to have no challenge to the outside right now, and it looks like we immediately go under caution right now, as they barely took the green flag, and we are under caution. It looks like something with Todd Schott happened here, and we'll try to go back and take a look. Yeah, as the 48 and the 426 come together at the start of this race, and it brings us under caution just as soon as we take the green flag here. So
the 07 was given an EOL, so was there something involving him as well, or I'm not sure if you can see it.
Didn't quite see here, as all I saw was Todd Schott and the 48 car get together, and we're now looking at Dave Jones in the number 10 car, who has got some right front damage. So we've got some cars back here in the field that have definitely gotten together. Not sure 100% what happened back through the field, as the 111 has got some left front damage that, Jamie, Dave Jones has really got to stop running these White Castle cars, especially when it's 11 o'clock on a Friday night, man. But looks like some cars got stacked up here on the initial start, and we did not even, as soon as we took the green flag, we were under yellow. So looking back here a little bit at a couple of different cars here, but that Davy Jones entry, I mean, he has got some right front damage and some right rear damage. He definitely needs to bring that car down pit lane. So we head back up front and see that Jonah Coleman is still the leader of this race here this evening. I'll say we completed 2 laps. We absolutely have completed 2 laps, but we got about 100 feet worth of green flag racing there, and that was the end.
Sure I got up to even close to getting up to speed. I mean, as soon as they started, that was kind of crazy. But hopefully this will be their one quick yellow, and then these guys will settle in and bust off a nice long green flag run like they do.
Yeah, I'm not even real sure they got up into 4th gear there. I think they probably shifted up into 3rd, and caution came out. So as we're under caution here, this is the Flexible Freight Solutions ARCA Menards series here this evening, brought to you by Magic Monzo and all the guys here, and again, the HB Consulting 100 here tonight. I mean, as excited as I am to watch these ARCA cars here at Atlanta, this is, I mean, all pumped up, ready to rock and roll, and man, we didn't even get 100 feet into the race, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'd love coming to Atlanta. I have always enjoyed racing Atlanta. Atlanta always provides for some great racing, and it really provides for a couple different lines for you to choose from. Whether you run the term harvicking has come from Atlanta. Running that bottom line down on that paint. And nowadays, what we've seen in iRacing, as they've changed a couple different things to add more lines into it, that high line really has become almost the preferred line.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. But still, if you fast way is definitely around the bottom, but again, tire wear is such an issue here that you can really save some tires if you stay up on that high line, and within a few laps it's going to start paying off for you. And if guys are running around the bottom, they're really going to use their stuff up to do it. But definitely, I mean, this is a big track. It's wide. It's not really a tri-oval. It is a quad oval, but it can get a little tricky getting through that part, especially up at full speed. Shouldn't be a big issue when on starts, but you know, the track is big enough that there's multiple places to run. So, you know, if somebody else is in your line or whatever, just go somewhere where they're not. I'm not sure what's going on now, because now we're passing the pace car.
I'm not real sure what's happening either. I think really things from scoring and timing might have got really messed up here, as we see quite a few cars coming around the pace car here with one to go. So we'll have to keep an eye on timing and scoring here to see how this all sorts out. But a very strange start to this race here.
Yeah, I noticed when they were first under caution, they were on the back stretch, and most of the field was out front of the pace car, and they were slowing down to let the pace car catch them and get in front. I'm guessing what they really should have done was just kept going and come around and get the pace car. So again, probably a lot of confusion when the caution flies as soon as the green flag flies. Those kind of things can happen. So hopefully we're going to go, well, okay, looks like they're going to get it sorted here. I was a little concerned if Jonah was going to have to fall behind other cars. But he is lining up right behind the pace car.
Which is down on the apron right now, which is extremely strange. So a lot of confusion here to start this race off, Jamie. You know, we've got the pace car that's down on the apron. We've got cars going around the pace car, lining back up again. So I think like anybody else, I think iRacing got really confused too when it went green and immediately went yellow. And they are delaying it once again to get the running order sorted out here and make sure everything's correct, which is absolutely the right thing to do. We are coming up on 7 laps complete of schedule 67 here this evening in the HV Consulting 100. I giggle a little bit because all 7 laps have been under caution.
Yeah.
So again, hopefully they get this sorted out. The running order gets to be the way that it is. Look, you know, these ARCA cars, I think they line up single file, as we're not seeing them double up, and the lights are definitely out on the pace car here, so they are going to line up single file here, and hopefully we'll get some green flag racing.
Yeah, I was just kind of laughing when you talked about you know, taking the time to get it right, putting the caution back out, you know, and I just think it's amazing that, you know, William Griffith was able to make that happen, but yet NASCAR couldn't do it and wadded up 3 race cars in the rain Sunday.
That is exceptionally true there.
I'm not a big Kyle Busch fan, not a Kyle Busch fan at all, big or little, but he definitely had a complaint.
Oh, and, he most certainly did. As the green flag is back out, Jonah Colbert gets a great start. Oh my goodness, what just happened there?
Oh.
And the field is checking up.
The green flag is out.
Yeah, I am not sure what's happening right now. Now Jonah Colbert moves back up into the lead here.
Well, it looks like there's been a bunch of black flags that were cleared, so maybe things still weren't the way they. I don't know. I can't really even venture to guess right now, but we're definitely racing right now.
This has been the strangest start to a race that I think we've ever been a part of, Jamie.
Yeah, I'm thinking the whole field basically got black flagged. And people were not really sure what to do. Probably a bunch of black flags started being issued out. But we've got things sorted out, and we are underway here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
As we see the 79 car of Josh Lockowitz now really powering up to the outside, out to the outside of Jonah Colbert and then number 31 sails it off into turn 1, and we have a new leader here tonight.
Sure did. He made a power move to the outside.
And he has really got that outside line working, as he is easily able to clear that number 31 car and put some distance in between himself and Jonah Colbert. Jake Ellington still having a great night here tonight. And then number 27, Goat Locker Racing entry, is he's got a little pressure from behind right now from William Griffith to the number 12 car. Ooh, and the 12 car washes up a little bit here, and Josh Thompson in number 3 makes a move to try to get underneath him and almost loses the rear of that car.
Now, see, I gotta be honest with you, I didn't even realize William Griffith was in the race. I thought maybe he was doing race control. So not only was he able to get it all sorted out, he was able to do it while he was driving. So even more impressive on William Griffith's part.
Now head back up front and check in on our leader here. He's definitely putting a gap between himself and Jonah Colbert right now, as he's out to a 7/10 of a second lead. Still running a pretty high line there, especially on his entries. Big arc into the corners and powering that number 79 car up off the corners.
Yeah, that big arc there might help him save that right rear a little bit. Get a good run off the corner without having to, really slide the back end of that car around. Because these things are going to build loose as that right rear gets worn off.
Definitely a little bit different of a line than I've seen before here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. He is taking a big arc into these corners, really bringing that car down. I was watching here a little bit through 1 and 2. He's staying about a lane and a half up through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 it enters high, really brings that car down and powers it out to come down through the quad over.
He's still making good time.
He is the fastest car on the track right now, making some great time.
It looks like the 85 of Justin Hendry is looking to the outside of Jake Ellington, trying to make a move to take over 3rd place.
We definitely got some side-by-side battles back through the field here. Really starting to see that outside line being able to prevail as some of these guys are making some of these passes back through the field now. Take a look back at Andrew Kurtz right now, who's up six spots from where he had started. That number 8 entry, sitting in 6th place right now. And following Garrett Kinder, who's up a couple spots from where he started. Not really surprised to see Garrett Kinder up on the high side. As we continue to take a look back through the field here, another one of our big movers here tonight. Up 5 spots from where he started, the number 99 of Brandon Wallace in the Push Pop sponsored car. These guys,
push pops.
Yeah, and the paint schemes that they come up with, a pretty cool looking car here this evening. We go back and take a look at another one of the Goat Locker affiliated cars, the number 18 of Ryan Pendleton, as he continues to work his way up through the field right now, having himself a pretty solid run thus far, up to 15th spot, up 9 positions from where he started. Actually, he runs the number 1 car here in the ARCA Menard Series.
Yeah, he's 18 over at Goat Locker, but yes, he's running the 1 car here tonight.
I'm just so used to calling him the 18.
I know. Well, at least you called him Ryan Pendleton. You usually call him Ryan Sanderson.
Yeah, I know. I am absolutely terrible with names. If you haven't figured that out, or the audience hasn't figured that out, I am terrible with names. I can't pronounce them. I can't remember them. So if I get it right, hey, everybody wins for me.
That's right. I tell you now, Jake Ellington, now he's getting pressure from Garrett Kinder. Justin Hendry was not successful in getting around the 27 car. Now Garrett's going to give it a shot, but I tell you, Jake continues to just hold that position on the outside, and he's been fighting with these guys and has kind of still maintained the gap to the leader. So impressive drive so far for the 27 car.
He's having a whale of a night here tonight. Obviously, he likes Atlanta Motor Speedway here. And he's been able to keep that goat locker car wound up on the outside, but it looks like now that Garrett Gander is able, well, I say he's been able to clear him. It's still a very tight battle back here.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you think he's clear, Jake is able to pull that car right to the outside, but Garrett does get clear this time. Now Jake's trying to get some room so Justin Hendry doesn't make a move on him. But even with all that, I mean, he's not a tenth off on the leader.
Yeah, so now we head up front. Jonah Colbert is able to move around the 79 car of Josh Lockovitz. So now we new leader of the race, Jonah Colbert in the JC Motorsports number 31 car. We'll go back and take a look at the pass for the lead here as we see them coming through the quad oval, and Jonah Colbert sends it down into turn one. They race off of turn one side by side. Coming out of two, Jonah Colbert's really able to power up that number 31 car and make the pass going into 3 and 4. So great move by him, new leader of the race. And he is starting to gap the field right now as he is up to a 6/10 of a second lead over that number 79 car of Josh Lockovitz.
Yeah, but who he's not really pulling away from is Garrett Kinder, Jacob Ellingson, and Justin Hendry. They have maintained their gap even with the change of leaders here. So
they are definitely matching the lap times of Jonah Colbert right now. And so, again, just as we saw earlier tonight at North Wilkesboro in the Xfinity cars, track position I think is going to play a big part in tonight's race as well. You know, being able to get up there and stay up there and have that track position, as we are coming up on 25 laps complete here tonight in the scheduled 67. In the Flexible Freight Solutions, HP Consulting 100 from Atlanta Motor Speedway.
And Garrett Kinder has made his way up into second place, getting around the 79 of Josh Lockovitz.
So a lot of great racing throughout the field here as we get into a little bit longer of a run, and we see Magic Mike Uribe down on the apron right now, so not having the race he probably wanted here this evening, but we're starting to see some of these guys that we would typically see, Jamie, in the long run, be able to start working their way up through the field.
Yes. See what kind of movers we've had right now. Andy Kurtz is up to 6th from starting 12th.
Yeah, as we take a look at the lap times of our leader as well, we'll kind of keep track of that and see if Garrett Kinder is able to make up any time whatsoever on the leader. As the last couple laps, he's lost a couple tenths to Jonah Colbert. This lap, he loses another half of a tenth, so Jonah Colbert is definitely one of the fastest cars on the track right now.
Yeah, it's impressive to be able to drive that thing up to the front and still take care of the tires in the process to the point that he's, now kind of starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Did an excellent job of taking care of that car.
As he has over a second-and-a-half lead on the field right now. We've completed 28 laps already this evening. And the HP Consulting 100 is here in the Magic Monzo's ARCA Series. great field of cars here this evening, and we were talking about it pre-race. This ARCA series really brings out a lot of cars each and every evening, and we have 30 entries here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Magic Mike and Phil. I don't know if they're paying these guys to show up. I don't know what the deal is. But they are definitely drawing a crowd each and every week. I'd like to know what the secret is, because we can't get these fields on Thursday nights. But
no, and we didn't even have them earlier tonight in the Xfinity series. We only had 13 cars come out, but come out here on a late night Friday and you get 30 of these ARCA cars out here. I mean, congratulations to them, but I think you're onto something, Jamie. I'm thinking that Magic Mike and Phil the Hitman Mons have got some pretty deep pockets, and they're just paying people to come out of that race. But it puts on a hell of a show, and it's always a lot of fun for us to come out and call these races and have a lot of fun with these ARCA guys. But Jonah Colbert continues to lay down blistering lap times each and every lap as he continues to grow his lead. It is quite amazing what he's been able to do to work his car back up to the lead and continue to pull away.
Yeah. And we've completed 31 laps here of the scheduled 67. So I would imagine that it's in the next few laps, pit road is going to become a very busy place.
Yeah, and green flag stops are never the easiest thing. Atlanta's, it's not the easiest pit road to get onto. I wouldn't say it's one of the hardest ones to get onto. But really, when it comes to green flag stops, it's just wrapping your mind around when you're going to do it. And okay, I've got to get on the brakes at this point in time and make sure I get down to pit road, speed, and then get into my box cleanly. And all those things. So there is a definitive mental game that starts to happen right now.
Right.
So we go back through the field here a little bit, kind of check in on a couple of our drivers. One of our good friends and one of the guys that follows us a lot is Charles Stevens Jr. And then number 88 entry up solidly into the top 10 right now, 4 spots up from where he started. So good runs thus far here for Charles Stevens Jr. As we continue to see, some battles through the field here a little bit. Jake Ellingson has dropped all the way back to 11th position. So I think he had that short run speed, Jamie, but in the long run, he is dropping back through the field right now.
Yeah. He's definitely looking forward to getting some 4 new tires on that car.
I think the both of us have the case of the yawns here tonight, JP.
Yeah. I try not to do that, but we kind of got.
Yep, and Jonah Colbert brings that number 31 car down on the pit road. So the cycle of green flag stop starts now.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got some followers here.
Yeah, as we saw Garrett Kinder follow in shortly behind him. So we'll continue to kind of watch who's on pit road and how this all starts to shape itself out here. But as you called it, Jamie, green flag stops are underway. And everybody right now, it is feeding time on pit road right now.
Yeah, if you're not coming down, if you're on the lead lap and you're not hitting pit road, you are going to be in a world of hurt. Because you are already losing time to the leader as it was, and now that he's got 4 fresh tires, you're going to be in really bad shape. So everybody that's on the lead lap needs to be hitting pit road.
As we're watching right now, as Jonah Colbert has come off pit road, is winding that car up right now. He's going to find himself in a lot of traffic. So going to have to be careful as more cars continue to come down pit road. The next few laps are really going to get dicey. And Yeah, you can definitely see the difference in tires right now as Jonah Colbert powers that car up on the outside as he cuts down to the inside to get underneath William Griffith in the number 12 entry. Where the difference in tires is going to be huge right now. Because apparently my dogs were not very happy with the cycle green flag stop right now. As they get all fired up in the background here. But as we continue to cycle through here, and if this continues to stay green, Jonah Colbert's going to have a significant lead here as he got on and off pit road really good, and we can barely see Garrett Kinder in the background right now.
Yeah, in fact, Garrett Kinder still has not unlapped himself. Jonah Colbert is back on the lead lap, and Matt Geis is now in between Jonah Colbert and Garrett Kinder.
As we continue to kind of watch the race here, as the laps continue to wind down, he's still going through the cycle of green flag stops right now as some of the guys are trying to run this a little bit long to try to gain some track position. Jonah Colbert has now moved himself up to third position, and we're going to see as this thing cycles out, he's going to have almost a 3-second lead when this is all said and done. So a phenomenal stop, getting on pit road, getting off pit road, and especially to his pit crew. Just flawless execution thus far from the 31 car of Jonah Colbert. As I think right now we are going to cycle all the way through, and Jonah Colbert's going to take back over the lead of this race.
Has Alan Warnecki and Tyler Rice made their pit stops?
I am showing that they are, and I'm showing right now that Jonah Colbert has taken over the lead with Garrett Kinder 3.5 seconds behind him.
Yep, Jonah Colbert has regained the lead, and yes, he's 3.6 seconds back. But good pit stops for Jake Ellingson. He's back up to 4th place. So good round for him. I mean, he made up some time on that pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely did. So some great pit stops there. Some definite comers and goers throughout the field here. But Jonah Colbert has really increased his lead right now with 26 laps left here to go. We'll take a look back at Garrett Kinder that finds himself 3.8 seconds back at this point in time. So that is a lot of ground to make up this late in the race. And we'll take a look also back at the number 8 entry of Andrew Kurtz, who currently finds himself in 3rd position. Jake Ellingson, as we've talked about a couple different times here tonight, as he fell back through the field there early, got that number 27 down onto pit road, back out there again, and finds himself in 4th position. Back in 5th position right now is Justin Hendry in the number 18, or the number 85 car, I apologize. And Ryan Pendleton in that number 1 entry is up 18 spots right now, Jamie, to the 6th position.
Yeah, great pit stops for him as well, because right before the pit stop started, he was running about 15th, which was still a nice gain from his starting position. To get all the way up to 6th after his pit stops, that was a really good job by his team and by him to get on and off pit road, obviously quick.
Yeah, absolutely. And we go back and take a look at the 7th place car of Charles Stevens Jr. and that number 88, up 7 spots from where he started. Chuck Pegleg Phelps now is battling side by side with the 72 car of Alan Wernicke. Both of those guys having a pretty good night here tonight. And Phil the Hitman Monzo up 12 spots from where he started in that number 44 car as he brings himself up into the battle here a little bit. Josh Thompson back in 10th position right now. And it looks like he is bringing that car down pit road. Eric Burkhalter on the number 71 car will now probably move himself up into 10th position. So a lot of great battles going on right now as we continue to watch some of these guys going up and down through the field. Mickey Isaac right now is one of the numbers we just haven't called here this evening that we normally do. But with 22 laps to go, this is just not a Mickey Isaac kind of night, Jamie.
Yeah, he's definitely missed it a little bit tonight. Still finds himself on the lead lap. So, you know, if he gets a caution here at some point, maybe he has a chance to get back in this thing. But you're right, it's definitely not been a typical Mickey Isaac race to this point.
No, it sure has not. As we continue to watch through the field here, we've got 14 cars in the lead lap. Really had that really confusing caution to start this race off with, and it has kind of been green ever since then. As we're coming up on 20 laps left here to go in the HB Consulting 100 and the Flexible Freight Solution ARCA Menard Series here. Been a lot of great racing throughout the night. Just got done with a green flag cycle of pits here. And really right now, as we kind of take a look at our front runners, I think Garrett Kinder is starting to make up some ground right now.
Still finds himself 3 seconds back though, and he's 19 laps to go. So he's got some work to do. I imagine Jonah though is probably just kind of taking it easy, knowing that he's got a big lead, and was going to just get this thing to the end. But since we are within 20 laps to go, and this race has gone green since you said our early caution, better get this in real quick before it gets too late. And it is time for the Mama Ellingson's short track showcase.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So
and we are under caution.
And wouldn't you know it? All right. Well, we will get this sorted out here and see what's going on. I'm not sure what brought the caution out.
I'm not sure either. As we'll take a look at back at some of the cars. Oh, the Davy Jones number 10 entry is all tore up right now, smoking, coming down the back stretch. The nose of that car is completely tore off. The back bumper cover hanging off, so definitely had something to do with that number 10 entry. Is that poor White Castle? Well, quite honestly, that car looks like the day after eating White Castle.
Oh no! I guess.
For some
what
reason,
just happened now?
we've got a car sideways under caution. Not really sure what would happen there either. I don't know, Jamie. This is just going to be the strange night of racing.
Yes, it is.
Boy, that number 10 car is beat up as we see our leaders coming down pit road. So we'll take a look at the race off of pit road here shortly. And I think we're going to have a couple cars that are actually going to stay out. Most of the leaders are coming down pit road at this point in time. But right now I'm showing a handful of cars that have stayed out.
That is not going to be the winning move. I can just about guarantee you that. If you got an opportunity to get tires, you need to come get them.
We'll let time and scoring catch up here a little bit, but it looks like our top 4 cars right now have stayed out. And Charles Stevens, Phil the Hitman Monzo, Eric Burkhalter, and Matt Kleeman all staying out under this caution right now. And we'll probably get the green flag with about 14 laps to go. So maybe it's a decent gamble for track position, but Jamie, I kind of agree with you. Here at Atlanta, this old concrete surface or asphalt surface really loves to chew up tires. And any chance you get, especially here at Atlanta, you come get those 4 fresh tires.
Absolutely. That's too many laps at this track. That's too much time. Jonah Colbert's going to eat these guys alive with those 4 fresh tires that he's got. But while we're under caution, we'll continue on with the Mama Ellingson short track showcase. So we're going to take it way back. We're going way back tonight.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to go back to June 4th of 1950. Now, I would have liked to have gotten some more information on this, but I've not been able to find out exactly what track this was at, which series it was. I can tell you it was a stock car race. I believe it was NASCAR sanctioned. But again, I'm not sure which track it was at. But June 4th, 1950, Vinnie Cothran was racing his 1936 Ford. Okay. And I guess they were in the first heat race of the day, and the linkage on his carburetor fell off. Now, you would think that would be the end of the day there for old Vinny, sorry, but nope. Being the quick thinker that Vinny was, he leaned out the windshield of that 1936 Ford, grabbed a hold of the carburetor. He worked the linkage, what was still there, with one hand, and he drove with the other, and he brought that car home in third place.
You have got to be kidding me.
So you were the man, Vinny.
Wow.
Yeah. We'll get this picture posted on the Goat Locker Racing Facebook page. You can see old Vinny hanging out there, got his hand working that carburetor. Got dust flying everywhere.
Yeah,
he's getting it.
That's a whole different era right there for sure.
That's right.
That's pretty cool stuff, but it's wow, what a story there.
Yeah.
As everything is sorted out real now, we've only had 2 cars that have stayed out: Charles Stevens Jr. in the '88, Eric Burkhalter in the '71 car, and the rest of the guys on fresh tires are going to line up from third place on back. So, yeah, that is not going to be the race-winning move here this evening, but we will watch as this unfolds. As we have coming up to 14 laps left to go here this evening. Charles Stevens Jr. is going to have control of this restart.
Yeah, let's just hope they get away cleanly and don't spin tires.
Charles Stevens Jr. is able to do just that.
Okay.
Gets a phenomenal start there. Jonah Colbert down to the inside now at the 71 car. Is going to be able to clear him. Garrett Kinder is going to follow his way through. Now Jonah Colbert is going to set his sights on the 88 car of Charles Stevens Jr. But a great restart there for him. And we're going to see how this plays out as the laps continue to wind down here this evening. The HB Consulting 100 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh yeah, and it is just a matter of time. Charles Stevens Jr. pushes through the center of 3 and 4, and Jonah Colbert is now able to work his way underneath. Will easily clear him going down into 1 and 2, and Garrett Kinder is right behind him.
Yeah, this caution has definitely benefited Garrett Kinder. He's gone from being 3 seconds back with little hope to now he's right there on the bumper of Jonah Colbert. We'll see if he's got anything for him on this short run to finish this thing off.
As we will take a look at our lap times here from our leaders and everything like that. Garrett Kinder has cleared all traffic at this point in time. I don't say that. It's the number 8 car is really making a move right now to come up to get to the inside of Garrett Kinder.
Yeah, it looks like he's there.
So some good racing back through the pack here. Charles Stevens Jr. He's kind of hanging on right now. He is definitely coming under fire from some of these other cars. Gets real loose coming off the corner, gets into the wall.
He saves it.
My goodness. A lot of great driving from some other cars there to avoid him. And still beating and banging through the pack here a little bit. Oh my goodness. As that was a caution that did not even happen.
Yeah, that was some good driving right there.
Garrett Kinder has now cleared himself with Andrew Kurtz and is solidly here in second place. So we'll continue to watch if he's able to make up any ground on our leader. Get up here and challenge as the laps continue to wind down. As we are coming up on 9 laps left to go here in the HB Consulting 100. Been some great racing all night long. We've had green flag stops. We've had a couple different cautions here this evening, and we've seen some different faces up front. But Jonah Colbert has definitely been the class of the field here tonight.
Yes, he has. But we'll see. I mean, there's still 8 laps to go. We'll see if Garrett can make a charge here. He's only 3/10 back, so he's definitely in contact. If Jonah makes any kind of mistake, Garrett will definitely be there to make him pay for it.
Garrett Kender is definitely running a little bit higher of a line through the corners, trying to really get a good run down the straightaways. And we can see him make up a lot of ground on the straightaways here. And so we see this time down through 1 and 2. Jonah Colbert stays a little bit higher through the center and still brings it down. And Garrett Kender is really closing that gap.
Yeah, Garrett is all over him. Definitely putting the pressure on Jonah now.
I think he's going to have a hell of a run coming out of 4 right now. Jonah Colbert gives him the outside, and Garrett Kender is there. Oh, it looks like they almost touched there a little bit. Garrett Kender gets up into the wall, gathers that car up, and gets passed by the 8 car of Andrew Kurtz. We are coming up on 6 laps left here to go. And Jonah Colbert probably loves seeing that action. Is Garrett Kender, not sure if the 2 cars got together a little bit there or a little bit of an arrow push, but he gets up into the wall and falls back to 3rd place right now.
Yeah, I didn't see contact, but I kind of lost it there with the wall. They may have touched, but definitely Garrett entered high. And I think maybe just was trying to push a little too much to try to make that pass on the outside with Jonah, and it just kind of washed up the track on him.
As we have 5 laps here to go, and Garrett Kender trying to get back up into 2nd position right now is diving underneath the 8 car of Andrew Kurtz. As those 2 cars continue to battle side by side, Jonah Colbert continues to build his lead as he's up to over 0.8 of a second lead right now.
And Jonah Colbert's looking in his rear mirror and seeing the best thing he can, and that's the 8 of Andrew Kurtz and Garrett Kender side by side fighting over that 2nd place. Because while they're fighting each other, he's just pulling away.
Yeah, that lap right there, Garrett Kender lost over 1/10 of a second to Jonah Colbert. He actually gets around Andrew Kurtz right now, moves into 2nd position. But again, we are coming up 3 laps left here to go in the HB Consulting 100. And I don't know, Jamie, I don't think there's enough race left. But we'll have to see if Garrett Kender can get back up there and challenge his 31 car for the win here tonight.
No, short of getting another caution, this is Jonah Colbert's race at this point. But here's Alan Warnecki in that 72. He gets around Andrew Kurtz, and he's going to look to get after Garrett Kender now, bring that 8 car up into 2nd place. Or the 72, I'm sorry, 72 car. He's inside. He's to the inside of Garrett Kender now as they come off the 3 and 4. He falls back in line as they come through the trial.
2 laps left here to go in the HB Consulting 100. And really the battle is on for 2nd place. Is Jonah Colbert has checked out. He's almost up 2nd on the field right now. And like you said, Jamie, this is his race to win or lose. As long as he hits his mark, gets through this last lap here, the battle is going to be for 2nd place.
I need to give a shout out to Justin Hendry and Jacob Ellingson. I was watching that battle. Justin Hendry finally prevailed, but they were lap after lap, door to door, racing each other cleanly but hard for that 5th place position. And it took Justin Hendry everything he had to get by Jacob Ellingson in the 27.
Yeah, as we enter turns 3 and 4 for the last time here this evening, Jonah Colbert comes out of 4, sees the checkered flag in hand, and will be the winner here tonight in the HB Consulting 100 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. So congratulations to that 31 car.
Yeah, that was a great run. And
Definitely.
really, great job by all these guys out here tonight. You know, the issue we had at the beginning of the race, not even really sure what that was about. But right after that, these guys put on a show. So glad to be here for it.
Yeah, I don't know, Jamie. I mean, we're gonna have to figure out the secret sauce that happens here, because these ARCA cars, this ARCA series, I mean, they field such a great group of drivers each and every week. A lot of great racing each and every week. We put 30 of these ARCA cars around Atlanta Motor Speedway. We only have 2 cautions. We have 13 cars in an Xfinity race in North Wilkesboro, and we have like 17 cautions.
Yeah.
So, I don't
And
know.
these ARCA cars are harder to drive.
They are. They are much harder to drive, man. But congratulations again to Jonah Colbert. I know he had a tough race earlier here tonight, but glad to see him bring that JC Motorsports car home with the win. And the Crash Up Derby has commenced. There are cars everywhere on the front stretch of Atlanta right now. Everybody's doing donuts. Everybody's slamming into everybody. A lot of fun here this evening. Great race to watch.
Yeah.
Well, these boys are still tearing it up.
Yeah. Everybody's getting in on it.
And Jonah Colbert brings what's left of the 31 car slowly down on the pit road. So he is jumped out and he's up in the waiting room. So as a couple of these other drivers continue to play a little bit of Crash Up Derby, let's talk to our race winner here tonight.
What's up?
Hey, Jonah, it's Pat and Jamie up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going, fellas?
Man, it seems like we just talked to you maybe just a couple hours ago.
I know. Long time.
Yeah, long time no talk, but man, hell of a race here tonight. You were definitely class of the field. Watching you come up through the field there a little bit, take control of this race, and really be able to dominate all night long. So, take me through your race here this evening, and really how you were able to put on that performance in that number 31 car tonight.
So Atlanta's kind of like Texas, where turn 2 exit determines your whole race. If you get tied off 2, then you're going to have a long race, and it's just going to push the whole way. So I just took care of the tires from the start. I noticed that Josh jumped out to a lead there, and I kind of let him go. I wasn't going to battle him, and I started pacing myself early and paced myself through the whole race. Took care of the right front, and man, it really took off about midway through that run. And gosh, what a clean race that we had. I mean, I know we had that little incident earlier and we had some issues with the iRacing pacing system, but overall, everybody did a really good job of putting on a show and keeping it clean.
Hey, John, man, congratulations on the win. You did an outstanding job taking care of that car. Can you kind of explain, if you can, you may not even know, what was going on there with the pace car with that early caution?
So, from the sounds of it, I think someone may have spun their tires coming to the green flag or something. I'm not sure. But since the caution flag came out before I passed the start finish line, it kind of glitched the pace car and nobody really knew what was going on. And then with 1 to go, it literally told the entire field to pass the pace car. So we had to extend the caution. Everybody went around, and then it was telling people to pass people, then let them by, then pass them, and then let them by. And then whenever I came to take the green flag, right as I'm getting ready to gear up, it says let the 19 car by, and there's no 19 car anywhere near me. So I just go ahead and go, but the yellow stayed out, and then the green flag drops in turn 1, which was weird. So they just, yeah, it was a mess. We couldn't figure it out. So
Well, it looked like it was a mess from up here because we saw you take off and go, and then you really didn't. I thought the caution got thrown again, but I'm like, no, the green flag is still showing. And then you guys finally got going, and it was great from there.
yeah,
So again, congratulations to you on the win. Hats off to everybody in the field, because man, it was a very competitive race. There was a lot of racing throughout the field. We saw guys running door to door for lap after lap after lap. it was really fun to watch. So congratulations to everybody. So anybody you want to thank, shout out, sponsors?
I just thank Goat Locker for putting this broadcast on. Shout out to Kinder for good racing, man. Every time me and him get together, it's always a blast. And then just shout out to JC Race Graphics on Facebook and go get you a paint scheme. So
Nice, man. Well, congratulations on the win, Jonah. Always good to see you get out there and have a good night and get out there and celebrate, man.
all right, man. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Tell you,
All right,
brother.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad somebody can make heads or tails of what happened at the beginning of this race because that was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but at least we got an explanation. So
Yep.
I mean, that definitely, yeah, all kinds of weird things happen when, with iRacing, if you get away from the norm, and a caution coming out before before you even cross the start finish line, that's probably going to cause some glitching.
Yeah, for sure. So let's grab our second place finisher here this evening. Hey, Garrett, it's Pat and Jamie up the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, man. So I'm not sure, what the issue is or whatever. We talk to you quite frequently, but you can't seem to win at all. So how is it that you are a loser race in and race out?
It's a unique talent I have, and I'm glad that you noticed it. I try really hard to accomplish this goal of getting to talk to y'all guys all the time, but not, I don't want to take the spotlight from people. I'm not that kind of guy. So, P2 is good for me.
Yeah, I saw a strong run tonight. Jonah just, I don't know. In the long run, he definitely taken care of. What kind of happened there on the pit stops? Because that definitely seemed like it was a difference maker.
Pit stops, man, I don't know. I don't know if he was running harder towards the beginning and then let up after he got me a little bit, but I was pretty much entire conservation mode that entire time. Came back in after that run and came down to that late restart, that late caution, and was able to hang with him pretty well. I thought we had something rolling through that middle line. He was ducking down and running the white. I thought I had something pretty good on that middle line, but and I still don't know what happened. He and I were just talking about it. I don't know if there was some net code or something, but I got to his right rear quarter and was going to take that middle line again, and I lost the nose. There was nothing there, no turn left. So I didn't overdrive it, lifted the same point and all that good stuff, but just had no turn left and ended up smoking the wall a little bit, and that pretty much sealed it for him.
Yeah, we were discussing it when we saw that happen, and the entry there. I know with my view that I had, I lost you guys right there because of the wall. So your car behaved like you guys had made contact, but I didn't see any contact. So we were kind of wondering what happened there too. You definitely took a different line, obviously, than what you had all night. But again, man, congratulations on a second place finish. It was definitely a strong run. Again, just can't say enough about the job the whole field did after those, caution at the beginning of the race.
Oh my, that was a mess.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
But you know what? I mean, you guys, 30-something guys out here, and you ran a much better race than what we did earlier in the Xfinity race. So
Can
hats
confirm.
hats off to everybody. So anybody you need to thank, shout out, sponsors.
Of course, want to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch for being on the hood, sponsoring me this season. Thank everybody over here at the ARCA series, all these guys, they're a blast to run around. Everybody runs you as clean as humanly possible, it seems. I mean, it is a developmental league, so the mistakes will happen, but those mistakes were really negated tonight. It didn't seem like there were. I mean, there was a few incidents I heard about here and there, but other than that, wasn't bad at all. So I enjoy running these cars. Of course, I'm not running a full season over here, just kind of picking and choosing when I run, if I got time, or, well, I have to work tomorrow, but I ran anyway because I probably shouldn't have, but I did anyway. So it's nice to hop in here, be competitive. It was nice running with Jonah again, last year's champ. It's good to see him out on the track, running a little bit. Good win for him, and shout out to Warnecki for bringing it home P3. That dude, he drove a heck of a race too. He was always up there battling. I think he had a little bit of a different pit strategy too, so it seemed like it paid out for him a little bit.
Yeah, man. Well, I love giving you a hard time, but congratulations on the second place finish. Definitely a strong run for you here this evening, and even earlier this evening in the Xfinity cars. So get out there and celebrate, and good run here tonight.
Well, I appreciate it, Pat. I would think you're mad at me if you didn't give me a hard time. So I'm glad you're still giving me a hard time, bud.
Go win a race, Garrett. Gosh.
Man, I'm trying. Leave me alone. Dang. Y'all boys have a good night.
All right,
All
you
right,
too,
man.
brother.
Later.
Gotta give him a hard time. Gotta give him a hard time. All right, let's grab Alan and talk to our third place finisher here this evening. Hey, Alan, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, 10-4. I got you guys.
All right. Well, I mean, a strong finish here for you this evening. Coming home in third place. Saw you battling up in the top 5, top 10 all evening, and then really be able to battle and bring that car home in third position. I mean, up 13 spots from where you started. So, kind of take me through your night here and how you brought that car home in third place.
Yeah, I ran a pretty conservative first half, saving tires and just kind of steadily making passes around people. I think I was the last lead car to pit, and I had quite a bit of tire left, so I knew that last run I was able to push it a little bit harder if I needed to.
Well, you definitely pushed it out one. Brought that car up to third place from starting 16th. Great run for you tonight, man. So I forgot what I was going to ask you, but I tell you what, I did notice was that paint scheme on your car. Did you do that yourself?
I cannot take credit for that. It was actually a IROC inspired type scheme.
Yeah, it definitely had that IROC feel to it. At first, maybe I thought it was kind of, numbered to the back like the All-Star race, but then I saw your name on the side up there, so that was pretty sharp. I really liked that, man. But again, congratulations on a strong finish, third place tonight. Anybody you need to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
No personal sponsors. We do have a lot of great league sponsors, which help a lot with us running and you guys broadcasting. Goat Locker, Flexible Freight is the series sponsor. Shappy Edits does a great job kind of doing the recap editing for us. Magic Mike and all of the league admins for dealing with us monkeys and letting us goof around and have fun.
Well, man, I mean, a great run here this evening, man. Great third place finish. So get out there and celebrate a little bit, and hopefully we'll be talking to you here in the near future.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
So, Jamie, I mean, a really strong race here this evening. So a lot of comers and goers a little bit, but some of those top 5 cars really stayed up front all night long, and through the green flag stops, through a lot of green flag runs, just really saw some great racing here tonight.
Yeah, we did. Man, it was really can't say enough about these guys. I mean, this race, there was maybe didn't see a whole lot of it up at the front because Jonah kind of ran away with it, but throughout this field, door-to-door racing, and these guys kept it clean. Granted, like we said at the beginning, Atlanta's a big wide track, and you've got room there to maneuver, and that's what they did. But I mean, door-to-door, lap after lap after lap, it took guys really several laps to make a pass and get it to work. So just a lot of guys that maybe didn't have the best starting position, but a lot of them worked their way up. Alan Warnecki started 16th. Andrew Kurtz was 12th and comes up 4th. You got Ryan Pendleton, 24th, finishing 9th. And the boss man, Matt Geis, was 26th, came home in the top 10. So, got guys all over the place getting their cars up to the front. It was an awesome race to watch. And hopefully people watching felt the same way.
Yeah, a lot of great racing here this evening. Short of just the absolute craziness to start this race, and we heard it from a couple of our top finishers here this evening. It's just a real big mix-up with iRacing timing and scoring and being able to get things sorted out. But these guys, true to form, got it sorted out, and we had a lot of really good racing here this evening. And like you were talking about, some of these guys that were able to move up through the field here and have themselves a good night. So as we take a look at the ARCA schedule for the rest of the season coming up, we finish here this evening. I say we're going to look at the ARCA schedule, and then I don't have the ARCA schedule. It's always fun when I do that. But we'll have it for next time. How's that?
Yeah.
But again, a lot of great racing. These guys, week in and week out, and we talked about it throughout the race. 30 drivers here this evening. Great racing all night long. A lot of fun to watch. But thanks to all the sponsors that put this thing together. We just get to be the couple old guys that get to call the race here at Goat Locker Racing. But a big shout out to our sponsors, Jam Printing and Promotions, Gill Insurance Advisors, G2G Trailers, Travis Lee Creative, Tracks for Vets, and we're not going to say it as of yet, but we've got another veteran nonprofit that we're working with that we hope to bring on board here soon. So a lot of great things happening here over at Goat Locker Racing. For Magic Monza's ARCA series, for Flexible Freight Solutions for coming on as the primary sponsor here this season. Big shout out to them. HP Consulting, for being the namesake of tonight's race and jumping on board. A lot of people to thank in the original Rebels Racing League for helping putting this thing together. So a lot of great racing. We here at Go Locker Racing are going to take tomorrow off, hang out and relax a little bit before we get back behind the wheel of the Rebels trucks on Sunday night. And I would be remiss, and I've said this every evening that we've called a race, please come out and join us as we have another race for the hat on Tuesday. One of the things that we love to do and what allows us to put this together from all of our supporters is to do the giveaways that we do. So we have another Goat Locker Racing hat that we're going to give away to the race winner at North Wilkesboro Speedway on Tuesday. We have a hat that we will give away as well to one lucky viewer on our Twitch stream. And then BG Designs is also giving away a t-shirt. And then stay tuned. We're going to have something else that's going to go into that prize pack as well. So thank you very much for all the veterans out there that help support us, and we're able to help support those veteran businesses. Please tune in Sunday night and watch us. And then again, please tune in on Tuesday night and come hang out with us as we do another one of our giveaway races. So thanks everybody that tunes in on the Goat Locker Racing Network. We will see you on Sunday.